Hi there, this is a demo of the LED fuel gauge, or otherwise tank gauge. It doesn't have to be a fuel gauge, any tank with an analog sender connected to ground. Over here we've got a simulated tank sender, which is basically just the variable resistance. Over here we've got the ignition key in the scenario of a car. Otherwise, in a normal tanker would just be the main power switch. It just turns the power on and off for the whole unit. Over here we've got a series of LEDs which display the level of the tank. So using the jumpers we're able to program any point to be any resistance to be any value of the tank. So we could program say 100 ohms being empty, we could set reserve to 150, we could set half to 300, we could set full to 800 ohms, for example. As long as it's less than a kilo ohm, it doesn't matter where we set what. Okay, for now let's turn on the unit. So we turn on the key or power up the unit. What it'll do is it'll turn on all LEDs and it'll scroll through them. This is just to check everything's working and you're able to see what's what. Now that it's on, it's reading from the sender to what level it is at. At the moment we've got it at empty, so it's going down to 1. Notice when it's in reserve, so when it's below reserve here, the LEDs flash. This is just to catch your attention that it's in reserve. If we were to take the gauge up to say half, we notice the LEDs climb to half. This is the half position there. That's full, and reserve is from there to there, that being empty. So now we're at half. If we take it up to full, we'll notice it start climbing even more. There's a delay to prevent the gauge varying hugely with small changes in level or shaking of the tank level or whatever. So it's got a delay to kind of average it. So at the moment, yes, this is programmed at full, that's programmed at half, that's programmed as a reserve, that's programmed as empty. All these programming levels are set using the jumpers here. We've got 4 different jumpers, and using them and a combination of them you're able to set the different levels. So we could set that as full, for example, we could set that as half, and we can set that as reserve, and we can have empty right next to reserve or something like that. Doesn't matter what resistance it is for the tank. So if it's a strangely shaped tank, it doesn't matter. You just program, or you fill the tank to whatever level you want, being empty, reserve, half, or full, and then you put on the jump and you do the little startup routine and it'll save that resistance level. So at the moment we've got it configured so empty is the lowest resistance and full is the highest resistance. We could turn it around and have full as the lowest resistance and empty is the highest resistance, depending on the sender. So it's versatile. We can use it on either type of sender, depending on how the sender works or how you configure your sender unit. Other than that, at the moment it's in bar mode, as you've noticed probably. We can also program it to be dot mode, and then also we've set it so at the moment so empty is on the left and full is on the right. We could do it the other way around, where empty is on the right and full is on the left. This is also done via programming it with jumpers. All the settings are programmed using these jumpers. I think that's about it. Any other questions, please let us know. Thanks, bye.